some of the guys that left last year that we played with. Obviously, I know it's maybe a little hypocritical because you came from another program, but you know you're going to your senior year and you're obviously trying to build something. It's just how difficult is it to, this new wave of college basketball where you don't know who you're going to be playing with year to year.
Right.
This guy going into your senior year to kind of take those losses, some type of way, knowing that this is going to be it for
you. It's definitely tough. Just the guys that we lost, Tyler being to graduation, Chucky and AJ being to the portal. It's just tough, like seeing a friend leave like that, not even a teammate. All three of those guys were super good dudes off the court and in the locker room. But like you said, this is kind of college basketball, and like the opportunities that young student athletes are going to be presented, and you can't hold grudges on people for making a decision that could be life-changing for them. Like I said, I'm not gonna, not be the one to talk to them anymore, kind of, block them out and shun them out. But it's definitely hard to see go, especially a guy like Chuck, who kind of took me under his wing when I first got here, my first year. Kind of tried me preparing for Big Ten basketball and how physical and the challenges on and off the court you're going to have with that throughout the season that you don't have in the Southern Conference that often. So just kind of not losing a friend, but not having one here to kind of show you those things, the little tips and tricks of college basketball and things like that. And then, me trying to do the same for AJ when he first came here last year, trying to help him, become a pro, because that's, what he wants to be one day, and being the guy that Chucky was to me when I first came in. But like I said, it's just opportunity that guys get presented, and you can't be mad at them. You got to support them. But no, I think it'll hurt, but I mean, the guys we brought in are also great, pieces to the puzzle. They bring winning basketball and a winning culture to this program as well.
Guys are obviously making money now, and just kind of with college athletics, you knew they wanted to be here for the front of the jersey. You're an in-state guy, you obviously carry that no matter what goes on off the floor. Do you sense that culture maybe is still able to be kept, at a place like Wisconsin? It's still going to be a new roster year in, year out. Half these guys, were at a different place before they got here.
Yeah, I think a place like Wisconsin will definitely be able to keep the culture. Sort of hard-working, dudes, guys who are good people off the court, guys that will succeed later in life in whatever they do. I don't think that culture and that identity will ever leave Wisconsin, but I think, college basketball in general, I think that will start to fade. I think the loyalty of fan bases will start to, trade and change up, because you have players that are just going to go wherever the most X amount of dollars are at. So it's going to be like a G League, type of NBA basketball, to where you're just following around a team that's going to be the next Golden State Warriors that has Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and people like that. So I think it will be hard to, kind of keep that same tradition that college basketball has always been for its whole entire existence, and, building guys up from being a redshirt freshman to seeing them grow as a senior and things like that. I mean, nowadays, just win now and find the best group of guys that's going to be able to make the sheet look like it's a winning team. But at the end of the day, can you really put it together? But I don't think like a place like here, where the values are pretty true and to the red and white, that it'll ever change Wisconsin.
I was going to say, do you think Wisconsin can compete in that environment?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think like I said, with the guys that you bring in who are about the right things, value the right things, come from a good background in terms of how they grew up, kind of how they were raised and things like that. I think having guys like that, you'll always be able to compete, because you got the right humans, you got the right people in the locker room. You don't have people that are chasing things that are temporary, money, whatever, some type of clout, fame is only temporary, that never lasts forever. So I think, by who we bring in and, the type of people that we recruit, I think we'll always be able to compete at a high level.
the way last season ended, it looked like you guys were peaking in the Big Ten tournament, playing arguably better than you did earlier in the season, and to go out in round one and be upset in the NCAA tournament. What kind of chip on your shoulder of this team you kind of just anticipated in the offseason here, especially you, Stephen, Kamari, seniors that kind of want to go out and make a run?
Right. We explain to these guys and we try to make them feel the pain that we felt after that game last year. It's a terrible feeling to, not exceed expectations just for yourself. However people might have had like their bracket picked or whatever, doesn't really matter at all. But just being able to, owe it to yourself the next season and use that as fuel to the fire. Guys like Xavier and Cam Hunter have never been in a tournament either, so they already got that fire burning inside them in terms of wanting to get there in general. But I think that for me, Steve, John, Kamari, Gilly, Nolan, guys like that can make it a little bit bigger for them, just because it feels even worse when you get there and you don't perform how you want to and you come up shorthanded. So I think using that and the mentality that these guys bring as well, it'll help us out for sure.